Baylor University was founded in 1845, chartered by the Republic of Texas. We have had a history department since the foundation of the university, and since 1924 we have awarded master's degrees. We have about 150 undergraduate majors and 100 minors, and we cover all areas of historical inquiry.
The primary strength we have in our department here at Baylor is the faculty resources we have in the area of religion and culture. We have publishing scholars who are doing some really exciting work and have real good research agendas in this area. Our focus then is on the area where we have these faculty strengths.
We're very pleased to have recently begun a Ph.D. program emphasizing religion and culture in the English-speaking world, which fits our mission but also fits our unique resources both in terms of faculty and archival materials.
We have a unique concentration of scholars here who are focused on the study of religion, yet at the same time have a broad background, which enables our students to have a great deal of continuity in the study of religion.
Religion continues to be a huge factor in the modern world. And so we believe that at Baylor we can make a real contribution in having a program that's very focused on the issue of religion and culture, especially in the Anglo-American world, but also globally.
What I've been working on for a good number of years now is what we call global Christianity. We live in one of the most exciting, one of the most transformative times in the history of Christianity, where it's expanding very rapidly in Africa and Asia and Latin America. So I'm studying the change as it happens today, but also looking for the historic roots of that. By definition, we're living in a globalized world, a world in which cultures are constantly coming into contact and redefining each other. I like to think that what I'm doing through this religious approach echoes through those other areas.
I specialize in colonial and revolutionary America. For many of the colonists, religion was the reason that they came to America. That certainly was the case in the Puritan colonies of Massachusetts and Connecticut. For the Quaker colony of Pennsylvania. Religion just plays a huge role in the American founding, even though it's very controversial among the founding fathers. But I think it's very difficult to understand, certainly the founding of the colonies, but also the founding of the new nation in 1776 without reference to religion.
My current research focuses on women in sermon literature across the Reformation era, 1350 to 1750, and how women were perceived and portrayed in sermon literature. If we understood why women's roles changed, then we would better understand why we treat women the way that we do in the modern church. My research has very modern implications, even though it is rooted in the medieval past.
Baylor is an ideal place to study religion and culture in the history department, but also across the campus. Our libraries are constantly buying up the best resources available and making them available for grad students. We also have the Texas Collection, which is a specialty collections library of primary documents, oral histories, and other resources having to do with religion and culture in Texas and in the wider United States as well.
I'm currently working on a dissertation entitled Texas Going Dry, Religious Identities in the Contest Over Prohibition in Texas, 1840 to 1935. The Texas collection is great because there's a number of excellent sources, not only denominational sources, but peculiar to the university and to Texas history. For example, I found this wonderful source called Breweries in Texas Politics that looks at how brewers were financing preachers to go out and preach against prohibition. So fascinating to see how the anti-prohibition forces, as well as prohibitionists, were using religious rhetoric and religious leaders to support their cause. When I first visited Baylor's campus, I was really impressed by the faculty, that they're not only excellent scholars, but also extremely supportive of the students here. They want to do whatever they can to support you and help you succeed.
Because we are a small program, we have the advantage of being much more collaborative. In class, we're all very willing to help each other out by peer editing papers, finding sources for each other, or sharing library books that other people have checked out.
Everywhere you go at Baylor, when you're with grad students, you're likely to be running into to other students who have common interests. And so one of our students working from a historical position on religion and culture often has conversations with somebody who's doing reformed epistemology or political theory or philosophy of religion. Our program at Baylor is a new program. We have our first few students moving toward dissertations, and we'll be starting their dissertations in the next year or so. We think that when they finish up, they'll be well positioned for the market in academia.
One of the things that Baylor is really well known for is being a very strong teaching institution. And so students, when they come here, not only learn how to be excellent researchers, but they also learn how to be excellent teachers.
I am a graduate assistant, so I get to see being a professor from both sides of the table. So I really get the whole experience of what being an academic professor looks like.
Across campuses, across departments, across universities in the United States, the study of religion is a growth industry. Some of the most exciting research agendas are taking place in religion. With the research scholars we have in our department, with the grad students we're training, we feel like we can be a part of that.